we look behind you, we see the clothes, you know, and if I go on your website today, that's the focus. But before that, there's been vlogs, there's been community events, pop-up shops, you've been bringing a lot of people together beyond just clothing. So what was that evolution through the years to get to where you are today, and what are some of the challenges that you faced? I know you've mentioned some already, but you know, what are those highest points that you're like, I kind of need to reset and rethink the way I'm looking at this now in order to take it to that next place?
Yeah, I think just trying stuff. I think that at the end of the day, my goal and my passion was always clothes. It was always to do the clothes. I knew that if I can do vlogs, I can do vlogs in the clothes, right? I know that if I do pop-ups, I can do pop-ups selling the clothes. You know what I'm saying? If I can do interviews, you know what I'm saying? If I'll be at this place or that place, whatever it was more so about like, you know, it's like you're in school and like you have the circle and it's like clothes is, you know, this, or Homebred Legends is this. But I wanted to create all these other worlds and branches off of it to see what stuck. And to be honest, like the thing that stuck the most is the clothes. It requires less reading. You know what I mean? It's a little bit easier of a concept to be able to get out there because it's art, and it's real simple to find out if something's hot or not. And the performance is going to tell you that on how something does. And you just have to have, you know, you have to have the persistence that if something doesn't work out in the way that you imagine that it would, just to go on to the next thing. And that's kind of what I was doing. I said, because I've done so much in these 4 years, just trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to do artistically. And that's why you saw like YouTube channels, how they were, and you've seen all these different events and community involvements, because my thing was that even community stuff, if I can get everybody for one goal doing something for the greater good, right? And if I'm wearing Homebred while we're either creating content, or if people know that they're going to be doing this with me, then they're going to want to, and then getting my apparel. And it's the whole thing is about creating like lifetime members. So if I can get you in with one thing, hopefully I've galvanized an audience enough to be able to keep them with it, so that when the next drop comes out, they're like, oh, I want that because I like him, I like what he does, and I like the clothes. You know, so whether it's the clothes or whether it's me or whether it's what I do with the energy that I put out there, whatever it was that was going to get people to be like, I want to wear that, I want to support him, I want to, you know what I mean, be a part of this dude's mission, I was down to try whatever was going to get that in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can see it how you've got more focus, and even just the quality of the content you're producing and the clothes that we're both wearing today.
Yeah.
So let me ask you one thing, because another thing on Easy that I really want to focus on and promote and understand is that the work that's going on behind it, because Homebred Legends is not your sole job yet. Right. Like it's your focus, you're getting there, but also you need to pay bills. And another side, right? Technicom was that's one of the starting places. You've done other things in between. What are you doing? Like, what is your other job that is keeping going, and how do you balance that? Like, how's the balance of, oh, I do Homebred Legends at night, I do on the weekends, in the morning. What's your way of working? At
this point, I have the ability. I do medical device sales now, which takes up all my time. You know, people always ask me what time do you get off work or what time you got to be at work tomorrow, and I just say when I start and when I finish. There is no set times in this. You know, so some days can be early and others, some days can not, but you're drained. I mean, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, you're drained by the end of the day. So try to do that and maintain a healthy lifestyle and upkeep a business, you know, or a side hustle, however you want to look at it, isn't the easiest task. So, you know, oftentimes I put a lot of pressure on myself, which, you know, I hate to admit more times than not makes me want to stop, because it does become a burden, but I can't stop. I can't. Like I'll go through it and I'll be like, man, I can't, but I can't stop. So now I've just more so transitioned to doing things like when I'm inspired, when I feel something, when I feel the time is right. I know, like I said, the world is busy, so nobody's waiting for me to drop the next thing, and nobody's being like, oh, where's this and that. Like, they're gonna get it when they get it, and it's gonna be received how it's received. And so I just, when I feel something, when something is created in my head, when I'm obsessed over an idea or a concept so much that I now have the ability to be able to put together an entire plan to do it, that's when I move now. So I just move in my own time. I don't set, you know, when I started this job, I would try to, you know, grind during the day and then work at night. You kind of burn yourself out. after doing that, and what ultimately ends up sacrificing is your job.
Yeah.
And as the better I started to get in my professional work, the more I started to realize, like, it's not necessarily putting it on the back burner, but I can't let this, take up so much of my focus that it's inhibiting my learning curve for my job, because I have a high demand job. So at this point, man, like, when I'm inspired, like, I was supposed to have a photo shoot tomorrow, and I'm just not feeling it. And I had to tell the photographer, like, can we push it off till, after Labor Day? Just because, like, I just wasn't there as a whole to have everything together.
But the thing that's interesting about that, I'm finding it, the other people I'm interviewing, I'm seeing that there's a similarity, is that, like, you're a doer, right? You visualize something, you see it, you can go out there and create it. Right? That's the way my brain works. If I want it, you feel the energy, you stay up all night, you can't stop thinking it's 3 a.m. Next day you create it, all right, or you work through it. But it's the idea that if you let it consume you wholly, everything's starting to get affected.
Absolutely.
The craft that you're doing, the work you're doing on the outside, it's all coming out, and you're in this nice place now, where you're moving on an upward trajectory, but everything's still getting fed, right? What's good people? If you enjoyed that, then listen to the full episode over in your favourite podcast streaming service. Or for more clips, just continue to explore the channel. Keep it easy.